So, if you're watching this video, I'm gonna assume you've heard of the rock band My Chemical Romance. And well, if you haven't, get off this video and listen to their music right now. I'm gonna give you a few seconds, and then you can come back once you've listened to their entire discography. And also, you need to be able to name 3 songs, it's very important. And if you're a family member, well, I just skipped this because I doubt you want to hear me ramble about this random ass emo band. So, there's your little warning out of the way. If you couldn't tell by literally everything about me, I really love American rock band My Chemical Romance. As you can see, there is a poster of them right behind me. Also, I know I look kind of goofy in this hoodie. That's because I'm in my pajamas and I wanted to look semi-presentable, so I threw a hoodie over it. I hope that's working. I also wrote the script like 10 years ago. Not 10 years ago. I was 10 years ago. But I wrote the script like months ago, so I don't remember anything in it. Okay? So, if it sucks, I'm still gonna post this video because this video is going to be my interpretation of the story, because the album is poetry, kind of. Music is poetry. So, if you don't like my interpretation, don't watch the video, because everybody's interpretation is different. Okay? So, I know other people's opinions might be different, and I obviously didn't write the album. Unfortunately, I'm not that good at writing music. So this is solely my interpretation, and if you disagree, complain in the comments or something. Like, if it's constructive, I'll read it, but if it's not. Also, I want to say that I'm not the first person to make a video on this subject, and I probably won't be the last. And I've pretty much seen every video MCR related, so if you want to watch more videos, just type in MCR analysis videos or something. Also, ignore my cat, okay? He's begging for food right now. In the script, I put thank you to this random Reddit user. Your post refreshed my brain. Lol. I don't know what Reddit user I used, because I wrote the script a month ago and I'm not gonna search for it because I'm lazy. So yeah, if I find it, maybe I'll put it up, but I'm not gonna search for it. Also, I have glasses now, so don't tell me I look like Leonard from The Big Bang Theory, because I know I do. Anywho, My Chemical Romance released their second studio album, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, on June 8th, 2004. And well, I'm pretty sure most fans know this, but 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge is a concept album. Their third album, The Black Parade, is also a concept album, and the story is a lot more clear in that one, and I think more people know that that one is a concept album than 3 Cheers, but this video is obviously about 3 Cheers, so I'm gonna call it that for the rest of the video, because that is the abbreviation. To sum up the story in like a paragraph, 3 Cheers is about 2 characters called the Demolition Lovers, and these characters are introduced in MCR's first album, I Brought You My Bullets, You Brought Me Your Love, or abbreviated to Bullets, because I don't want to say that whole entire long ass title. And the last track is called, you guessed it, Demolition Lovers. So it's the first introduction to these characters that we get. The Demolition Lovers are about Bonnie and Clyde-esque lovers. The woman dies tragically in a gunfight, and her lover survives. They're obviously separated by death, and the man makes a deal with the devil that if he is to murder and deliver the souls of 1,000 evil men, he will get his lover back. That's pretty much the agreed upon part of the story, and the ending, but I'll get to that later. So some people think that just the man dies, and some people think that just the woman dies. And how they die can also be debated on, but I'm going with gunfight because I think that's the coolest way for them to die. I've seen a lot of different interpretations of this, but this is the interpretation I'm going based upon, because them separated in death seems like more higher staked, I guess. I'm assuming that she went to heaven and he went to hell. Some people think that she was the bad one or something. I'm not exactly sure. but I'm just gonna assume that he's the one who went to hell because he makes a deal with the devil. So I'm kind of assuming you have to be in hell to make a deal with the devil. Not like I've been there yet. Also, I think that they died on their wedding day because on the cover of Life on the Murder Scene, he was trying to get my heartburn medicine. Anyways, I also think that they died on their wedding day because of the cover of Life on the Murder Scene, their live and of the studio album. It's also got other songs from different albums. And you can clearly see that the woman is in a wedding dress and the man is in a suit, which you can also kind of tell from the original album cover, which is right here because I'm a nerd and I have a physical version of every one of their albums. Cue some footage of me showing that off. Onto the first track. The first track in the album is Helena, and the song was mostly about the lead singer Gerard Way and his brother Mikey Way, aka the bassist of the band, their loss of their grandmother. I think her name was Elena. I'd have to check up my facts on that, but so I don't really consider it a big part of the story, but the song in general is about loss, and you can interpret it as it is about a woman dying in a car crash. That kind of sounds like it. So maybe for different interpretations you could say that they died in a car wreck, but since it's more about like personal issues, I'm not going to consider it canon, but it is still about loss, so that's a big theme in this album. So Give 'Em Hell Kid is the second track of the album, and it's really where the story picks up. The man is fresh out of hell and ready to start his killing spree. By the way, since they're women and men, two main characters, they don't have a name. They don't have any clear names. So I'm just gonna call them the man and the woman. Makes it simple. Okay, the man is fresh out of hell and ready to start his killing spree, basically. The song starts with the lyrics, this is basically the man taking drugs in like uppers, to like murder people more easily. And the last line, can we settle up the score, is him making a count of how many people he has murdered already, since his goal is 1,000 evil men. And I just like to say, how the hell would you keep count of that? I would forget immediately. But that might just be me. And this song is really the two lovers talking to each other back and forth, but they're not like really with each other. It's just like showing their different perspectives, with the chorus being in the woman's perspective and the verse being in the man's. The chorus is just the woman missing him and the man murdering people. So great way to start the story. The end is the third track in the album, and the majority of the song is about a short story called A Rose for Emily. In the beginning of the song, it is very much implied that he killed an entire wedding reception. Jesus Christ. The fact that he killed a whole entire wedding reception is showing that he is already going a little crazy if he wasn't already crazy before, and killing innocent people, because I really doubt that everyone at the wedding was an evil man. So this is really the beginning of the man slowly losing his humanity and becoming an evil man. This song is obviously about the man going to prison for what he has done, and during his time in prison, he ends up getting very close with the other inmates. Okay, very close. Okay, like more than aka he's being gay in prison. Hence the title, and that's what it means by Guys Like Us. There's also some lyrics that definitely imply that the man was, unfortunately, essayed in prison. This song is basically about him questioning everything and if he is even the same person he was before, and if she would even want to see him if he did complete his quest. It's the beginning of his continuing conflict with longing for his lover, but knowing that she would not approve of the man he has become. The man does eventually break out of prison, lighting a hotel on fire, and continuing his murdering spree. So he's not done murdering people. Surprise, surprise. Song is another one of the ones on the album that is kind of debated upon if it really is part of the story. To me, it's just a fun song, song talking about how you're not okay, so relatable, I guess. It could be about like a flashback to like their high school years when they met each other, stuff like that. That could also be true. It doesn't have really any big things plot-wise in the album, so. At this point in the story, the man has begun to slow down on his killing rampage, and now he's just depressed, and he's grieving his lover. The whole song is about him wanting to get her back and wondering if it's even worth it and if she'll ever come home. Hence the lyrics, never coming home, or come home, you know. He's wondering if he should give up on his mission, and well, he's just depressed at this point in the story. The song is mostly just about loss and grieving. Falling down has been used a lot in the lyrics, and it's kind of a metaphor for like death, or not really a metaphor. It doesn't really work as a metaphor. It's more like a term for dying. It's kind of saying like, instead of saying like dying, he's saying falling down, or whichever character is supposed to be singing at that point. This lyric is basically him considering suicide. It's used a lot more times, but I'm just gonna show you in this song and the last song on the album. This song is all about drugs and addiction, hence the jet set life. And remember that I mentioned him taking drugs earlier? Well, this song is pretty much just all about that. I'm assuming that he's like started to get addicted, considering he is going on a mass murdering spree, and it's probably kind of hard to deal with psychologically. So yeah. I'd assume that the man has probably gotten dependent on drugs at this point, probably to cope. This song is also about the lead singer, Gerard Way's addiction to drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. This whole song is just full of mentions to drugs and a combination of him missing his lover. I know it's literally just an interlude in this album, hence the literal title, but I love the riff so much, and there's only 3 lines in the whole song. It's pretty self-explanatory, and it's obviously about the women with some references to Christianity, because if there's one thing Christianity did right, it is the aesthetic, which Christianity, like, aesthetics of it, is used a lot in this album. A lot. And MCR merch, just in general. The heaviest song on the album, and with the coolest riff that I unfortunately still haven't learned on the guitar yet because I'm lazy and I don't practice enough. The song opens with these lyrics. Which it's obviously about the man's distaste for Christianity and religion, which he did make a deal with the devil, so that's probably expected. But anyways, he's talking to a nun, and I'm not sure if it's metaphorically or literally, but the image that I have is the nun was preaching to him, and it pissed him off. That lyric is obviously implying that he killed this random nun, and he obviously is a lot farther gone than he was before. So he's slowly losing his sanity. He is doing a murder spree, so that's pretty much given. The rest of the song is about his distaste for religion and about murder too, because it's always about murder. The chorus is very much referencing the fact that at this point he basically has a god complex. He's getting a little confident, I guess, about his murder abilities. I would also like to mention that the lyric "I wear this on my sleeve" reminds me of the patches. I think that's what they're called. They're like right here. I think that during the era of MCR, or the Revenge era, one of their eras, they have like different eras based on like their clothing and their albums. That's what us MCR nerds call it. And it's on the jacket sleeves of the suits that the band would wear. It's got like guns and like a circle, and I think it says MCR. This is basically the cowboy song. A lot of people have talked about how it's got like a silly like cowboy intro. Very cowboy-ish vibes. What great adjectives I am using, but yeah. But anyways, Hand 'Em High is about the man continuing his murder spree, but in a cowboy way, obviously. The lyrics have a lot of western and cowboy themes, and apparently there's a movie by the same name about cowboys, which I forgot, but apparently I figured that out while I was making this video script, so yay. So I'd assume that's where the name of the song comes from. Considering cowboys are outlaws, the song is very much showing that the man is just an outlaw, murdering people without remorse. It's not a phase mob. Besides the name being awesome, it's not a fashion statement. It's about the man getting his revenge on the people who murdered him and his lover. A lot of the other lyrics have references to his lover, his deal with the devil, and obviously missing her, because of course it does. At this point in the story, the man is almost done with his quest, and he heads out to visit his lover's grave. A lot of the lyrics have references to suicide and other stuff like that, and it kind of confuses me a little, if I'm gonna be honest, but the overall thing of this song is him visiting her grave, reminiscing about her, being sad and wanting to see her again, which is kind of a common theme in this story. A lot of the songs have similar themes, and this is just a really cool song, so. This is probably my favorite song in this entire album, one of my favorite MCR songs. It's just a really cool man. It's the final song in the album, so we've reached the end of the story, and we're only 19 minutes into the video as me recording. It's probably gonna be shorter because I know you guys have a small attention span, okay? I do too. So, also I misspeak like I just did that there, but I misspeak like a million times. So obviously I'm gonna have to edit that out a bit to make it look like I do have a cohesive thought. So yeah, subscribe for this amazing content, right? So this song is the major conclusion to the story, and it opens with him talking about meeting the devil. At this point, he has about meeting the devil, not like when he first met the devil. He's literally gonna meet the devil again because he's almost done with his quest. So, yay for him. At this point, he has almost completed his quest. As I said, he's murdered 999 evil men. He just has one more on the list. And so, the devil has instructed him to meet him for the last name of the evil men. So it's gonna be like an awesome showdown, right? The chorus is very much about the realization that he's a murderer and there's a lot of blood on his hands that he can never clean off. Insert song lyrics. And in the bridge of the song, when he is meeting the devil reveals to him that the last evil man is himself, and it was a trick all along. Yes, the devil did trick him. Who would have saw that coming? It's kind of a meta ending, where throughout the whole journey, he slowly became one of the evil men himself that he had sought to kill for the devil. And in the end, he is not worthy of meeting his lover again. And I don't think that he ever was going to be able to meet his lover again, because he would have just stayed apart from her forever. the "Down We Go" line is mentioning to how he'll go to hell, downstairs. And the "We All Fall Down" line is another example of how falling down is used as a symbol for death throughout the album. Also, during the bridge, he does say the line, "I tried," which is obviously him angry about the fact he was tricked by the devil. And he tried so hard to get his lover back, and he became a monster instead. The man obviously does not take this well. I don't think anyone would take that well, and he tries to deny it. He knows that there is no way out of this, and he knows he can't go back to the person he was before, and he kills the final evil man himself. And that's where the story ends. So, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge is a story of love, tragedy, and murder. My 3 favorite things. The story obviously did not have a happy ending, and the lovers will never reunite again. They remain separated, where the man will rot in hell with the evil men he killed. I don't know if that was like a big twist for you guys. I'm not surprised, because this is My Chemical Romance, and it has to end on a depressing note. Okay, that's why I eat this shit up. I love tragic endings. Okay, I'm just gonna advertise this album a little bit for you. This album is awesome. Okay, this album is great. The instruments are fantastic. The story, the vocals, it's all amazing. And if you still haven't listened to My Chemical Romance, which I'm on to you, okay, you gotta leave and listen to them. It's the only option. You gotta go listen to them right now. Sorry, you have to go. And especially if you still haven't listened to this album, okay, I'm literally explaining this album. You probably should have listened to it. I don't know why you haven't, but I highly recommend listening to it. And if you have, listen to it again, okay? Buy it on CD, okay? Just listen to My Chemical Romance, okay? Because it's my favorite band, and if you're watching this video, it might be your favorite band too. So maybe you should show some support for your favorite band, because it is going to be your favorite band now. You have no choice, actually. Okay? So, I know I haven't uploaded consistently, and I probably never will. And I haven't this is probably my second video essay. It's not even really a video essay. But I hope you guys like it. And the content that I'll be making is probably along the lines of video essays, maybe commentary, I don't know. Just the shit I watch, I'm gonna make that, because I might make some more guitar covers. I'm very lazy, and I don't practice enough, so I will upload videos in the future, I promise, okay? Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and like this video, and if I said anything stupid, let me know. I've said the F word too many times. This is gonna be a trip editing, okay? And my heartburn medication got murdered by my cat in the making of this video, so you better subscribe, okay? Okay, and by the way, tell me if you like the setup in the microphone, okay? Because I literally got this microphone today, and it was the cheapest microphone on Amazon I could find, because I had a gift card that I never used, and I didn't know I had it until I found it a few seconds ago. So I hope this audio quality is great, and I hope you like the background, because I was scouring, is that the right way to use that word? Searching my room for good backgrounds to use, okay? And this was the best one I could come up with, because it's got My Chemical Romance. It's got my printed out photos that you can barely tell what's on it. It's got the 3 Cheers cover, Slipknot cover, Gerard Way, crap, it's inverted. Gerard Way, Kurt Cobain, photo of My Chemical Romance, My Chemical Romance up there, bands I like, whatever. And we got a car in, so, and my computer, and my cat. What do you think of this, Binks? That's what he thinks of this. Alright, guys. Bye. Here's my cat. You better like my cat. Alright.